One issue that may seem fringe, but I think it does have a lot of implications, is the immigration issue,
Sure.
illegal immigration in the state. And quite frankly, I think the Republicans have found themselves in a difficult situation. You've got the Ag Commissioner, Gary Black, say we need an amnesty program and we need to find a way to get migrant workers on the farms, with many other Republicans saying, no, we need to find a way to get the illegals out of the state. What's the answer on that? You've got a party that's a bit split, and then the Democrats are kind of left out of the conversation.
Kenny, you're exactly right. That's one of the hottest topics, and when I travel around the state and listen to people, that is what everybody's talking about right now. Churches are against that law that we passed this year. Our elected officials passed this year. Businesses are against it. Farmers are against it. It's a $1 billion failed policy. We knew it was failed.
Does Newt Gingrich have it right when he says that we need to find a path to amnesty for these people that have been here for 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years as an illegal?
I do think that Newt's language is right when he says that Americans, we're not going to throw out our neighbors and friends and students in our schools who've been a vital part of our community. We're not going to throw them back. Right. So to try and pretend like we are just to score political points is the wrong way to talk about that issue. But here in Georgia, we need to think about the policy that's hurting our businesses right now. This is something that we could undo. You probably know the story of the Mercedes executive in Alabama who was arrested. That is a possibility here in Georgia under the current law. I know it's being suspended by a judge, but it could happen any day. That is not how you attract business to Georgia. You do not attract quality jobs to Georgia by saying we're going to arrest anybody who can't show a driver's license.
How do you think the Supreme Court's going to ultimately rule on this? And Georgia's not the only state, with this up in the air. You got Alabama, Georgia, Arizona.
Well, I don't even want to speculate on what the courts are going to do, but I do know what Georgians want, and that's to repeal that section of the law that makes people live in fear driving down the street. We need to undo that immediately.
And would Better Georgia lobby for that in the next General Assembly? Would you lobby to see that lawmakers make a change?
I'm not a lobbyist, but absolutely we will advocate for that, and I will do it loudly. Our lawmakers need to know. There are 6 Republicans in Alabama who've already presented an amendment to their law. Somebody needs to step up in Georgia. I don't care if it's a Republican or a Democrat. Somebody needs to present a plan now to repeal that section of that bill.
All right, back in just a moment, Bryan Long. He's executive director of the new group, Better Georgia. Back in a moment on News Central's Live at 5.